All right, everybody, I am back with a Monday morning DC update. And in this particular video, I am going to highlight the manufactured and fake hype for the Superman movie. And I'm going to show you plenty of screen grabs that I have taken over the last couple of weeks since I did not last couple of weeks, about the last week since I did the one video where I talked about how I was going to kind of highlight some of this stuff and start showing some of the fake accounts that have popped up. And I'm going to talk about why this is happening and what we need to be aware of as we go into the Superman movie itself. And the reason I'm doing the video right now is because just this evening, I'm recording this on Sunday evening, just this evening, I did post something on Twitter, and we're going to take a look at it, how I actually typed it in, and we're going to look at how it showed up in the algorithm. And then I'm going to show you all those accounts. Now, to kind of explain how and why this is happening and why it's going to be at a fever pitch as we go into Superman, and you're going to see fake stuff everywhere, is because of AI. AI is being implemented in everything. And these big studios with all this money have programs and have AI available to them to be able to go in, create fake accounts, fake hype, pull photos, do whatever it needs to kind of go and be automated. They can even set it up to do automated responses. Now, it's crazy how this is happening now, and we're going to see it happen even more in the future. And one of the things that comes to mind, and I would really like to know if this is true, when somebody supposedly caught James Gunn saying James Gunn is a visionary, it's a great thing that DC has him. I want to know if that was a real screenshot of somebody manufactured that. So if somebody knows, because that gets passed around on my feed quite a bit. Now, one thing I do want people to know as well, and I posted this on Twitter as well, I want to get excited for Superman. I really want to be excited. I love the Superman character. And I was excited when Man of Steel came out. I was excited when Superman and Lois was released on the CW. And those projects grabbed me. They absolutely grabbed me. And now we have Superman coming out, and everything that has been released so far has been mediocre at best. I can't help that. I really, really am tired of the negativity on my channel. I really want to talk about something positive in regards to the DCU, but I can't because there is nothing positive. And it does seem, as I stated in my Twitter feed, that it looks like James Gunn is hell-bent on team-up movies like Guardians of the Galaxy and the stupid juvenile humor that we can expect from all of that. It doesn't look like he's taking any of this seriously, and Superman has to prove itself. And what's crazy is I did a video today, and I made a comment on Twitter about something I liked positively about the Superman, teaser, and Slav, posted a video, and he said he didn't know if I was being serious or not, and I told him I was. And I actually watched his video, and in there he even admitted, they don't even expect Superman to be as good as Man of Steel. And they said, that's fine. We already have Man of Steel. They can't take that away. It just needs to be good enough to get people excited for the DCU again. That it doesn't have to be on that level. I disagree. When you have so many amazing projects already, it has to be better than that. So let's take a look at the fake hype. Now, we saw this all happen with The Flash, and this is why I will never trust Warner Brothers ever again with their advertising, ever. I won't trust the celebrities that come out and praise it. I won't trust the filmmakers involved that praise their projects, and I won't trust the actors who are in these projects as they hype these things up because it's all manufactured. We saw how terribly The Flash did in theaters. You had Michael Keaton back as Batman, and you couldn't grab the general audience. So let's take a look at what I grabbed. So here is how I typed up my Twitter post. It says, I want to get excited about Superman, and I did hashtag Superman, but I can't. I said, everything shown so far looks cheap compared to every other version of the character. I hashtagged Superman and Lois, and I said, nailed it, and it was on the CW. As a DC fan, this makes me sad, and it really does. And at the end, I said, it really does. And it does. It pains me, and this is why I talk about it all the time. It pains me to see how far we've dropped with quality and why we have to go through this. If Superman's being amazing, I am going to admit it. I absolutely will. I did give kudos to part of, the teaser today, and I will. If there's something to praise, I will absolutely praise it. But let's look at how this actually posted on Twitter. So here it is. You can see anytime I typed in Superman, it hashtagged Superman, but it took off when I said Superman and Lois. I couldn't even hashtag Superman and Lois. It didn't let you. It only hashtags Superman. So what they are doing is they are taking anybody that mentions Superman, whether it's Superman and Lois or, any of the other programs that have to do with Superman. It's going to take the Superman part and automatically separate it. Because if you look at how I wrote it, that isn't how I wrote it. It was one. There were no spaces in there. It should have been Superman and Lois. I cannot believe that this is what this did. This makes me sad. They are hijacking Superman to show engagement. It's manufactured. Now let's look at all of the places that I've gathered online that are accounts that are hyping this up that are fairly new. Some of them are fairly new. Some have been around for a little while, but they're all praising Superman, and it's definitely manufactured. All right, so here's the first one I wanted to show. This is from Eddie Cicillo, or Cicillo. It says, the excitement is off the charts. The Superman teaser trailer is now the most viewed trailer for a solo Superman movie. Up next, box office domination. Just a few months to go until James Gunn's Superman soars into theaters. And there's the hashtag for Superman, DCU, and David Corenswet. These are things that are popping up now on Facebook all over the place. That's just one account. Let's look at some others. Here's another one. Isa Petriani. This is me trying to imitate and pay homage to my master, the man who got me into comic books. And I could have clicked, see more, but I didn't. And again, they're hyping up Superman for July 11th of 2025. Here's another one from Superman's Earth's something. And it was something I could have joined. It said another great fan art. Now, here's something I want to point out about the fan art. And this is the crazy thing. If you look at 99%, I would say 99 out of 100 photos that people create that aren't official, photos of the suit is tight fitting. They don't accurately represent it. If the suit was good, you would be able to represent it exactly the way it is, but they don't. Here's another one, Superman news. Superman by Felipe Ia. And it's more art. And I'm sure that they hashtag Superman. So this is another account. Let's look at some more. This is one that I laughed at when I saw this. It says, previews, DC Studios deployed the bots too early because what the F is this account talking about? And DCU updates, and I'll talk about this in a video, my next video. It says Supergirl's official crest, and they showed it. And one Cultura said, I can't wait. It looks amazing from the previews. There haven't been any previews for Supergirl. There hasn't been anything other than this and one photo from James Gunn that I will show in my next video. So you're trying to tell me that these aren't fake AI bot accounts that are setting this stuff up? And you can guarantee that the studio is going to spend a few dollars to give these accounts the blue check mark to do this. Like it's crazy how this is happening, and it's happening so early. Here's another one. Let's talk movies. This looks amazing. David Corenswet is going to be an awesome Superman. I don't see anything amazing. And again, another one hashtagging Superman. Just accounts all over the place. Here's another one. True DC focus. Superman sets record for the most viewed trailer in DC superhero movie history. And there was more to say. And again, here's another one of those fan art photos, and the suit is tight fitting. If only it looked like that. But it doesn't. It simply does not. Now, what's funny, as I have been grabbing these, the screen grabs, you can see now that I've earned a top badge for these people, and I don't even really interact with them. And so this tells you that they're not getting a lot of foot traffic, which tells you they're small, but they're out there trying to pump Superman. It's all fake advertising. Here's another one. DC Comics, Rebirth and Beyond. New look at David Corenswet as Superman. And this looks like the most photoshopped version yet. And they post this online. Again, they're just doing it to get engagement. So there you guys have it. This is running rampant all over Facebook, all over X, and it's going to get worse. And I guarantee you they're employing AI to do a lot of this. And this is how the studios are going to start using this technology. I mean, people could start using this technology for themselves, and you don't think the studios with all the money and all the backers aren't going to be utilizing the same technology to artificially pump up their films? This is going to be a big, big component moving forward with films, especially on a large scale like this. Don't be fooled. Do not be fooled. I told everybody I go into every movie as a blank slate, and I will go into Superman as a blank slate, and I will judge it on its own merits. I had somebody in my comments a few weeks ago talk about how all I do is talk about hate, and how when the last Indiana Jones movie came out, I gave it a great review, even though I had talked crap about it up until the release, and I had, because I'd read all the stuff that Disney was doing, and I had a fear that they were going to ruin it. But it ended up being my favorite Indiana Jones since, I enjoyed it. I make it my fourth favorite outside of the original three, and I would definitely put it above Crystal Skull. To me, it felt like Indiana Jones. And they had retooled the movie, but I was pleasantly surprised when I saw it, and I gave it a positive review because of what I saw. So it is going to be based on an actual review. I'm not going to go in with preconceived notions. I will rate it and totally judge it based on its own merits, regardless of who made it or what studio was behind it. And that is always going to be my promise moving forward. I'm still waiting to see something from Warner Brothers that's going to get me excited for Superman, because it ain't happening yet. All right, guys. So what do you guys think about all this hype and the fake stuff that's going on? I think this is going to be big going forward, and it's going to be big for Superman and everything else. But will it bring people to the theaters? That is the question. All right, we will see you on the next video.